Hey guys, Dr. Stephanie here, and we're going to talk today about neck humps. So, I get a lot of questions about this, and a lot of people have probably heard of it or think they have it. A neck hump basically just means you have a little bit of a hump here, and your head is kind of more in a forward position, maybe shoulders leaned forward, and it just occurs for many different reasons, but the main reason is just poor posture and the gradual weakening of the thoracic extensor muscles. So these muscles, kind of upper and mid back, you're always in a kind of slouched forward position, and those muscles get weak because they don't get used. So in order to reverse this or prevent it from happening in the first place, it's important to maintain a good posture, but also to strengthen those muscles there and to work on mobility, because those muscles can get stiff, because if we're in one position all the time and not moving, then they get stiff and weak, and then that kind of hump position occurs. Now, sometimes you can't get rid of it completely because sometimes it's a fatty deposit. There's something called Cushing syndrome where you just have a fatty deposit there. Sometimes it's just your general anatomy, and sometimes the spine actually changes so that you can't fully get rid of it, but you still can work on building up those thoracic extensor muscles and working on mobility, which is important because that'll prevent further kind of hunching forward, and it'll help prevent pain and injury in the future. So I'm going to show you 6 exercises you can do to reduce the appearance of the neck hump, but also to just strengthen those muscles, work on mobility, and get rid of any pain or discomfort associated with it. Okay, so the first one, we're going to grab a ball. And this is just a soft little Pilates ball. You can use like a kid's playground ball, whatever works for you. And you're just going to lie on your back on it, place it kind of right in between your shoulder blades, and place your hands behind your head here. And you're just going to lean back towards the floor and come back up. So you're just going to lean back slowly and then come back up. And you want to do this about 10 or 15 times. So just slowly leaning back as far as you can and then coming back up. So 10 or 15 times. And then you can move on to the next exercise. So that one is working on that thoracic extension, working on strengthening, but also just working on getting you into kind of a more extended posture, because we do a lot of forward bending, but not a lot of extending. Okay, for the next one, we're going to lie on our side, and you're going to cross the top leg over the bottom leg, and we're going to do what's called an open book, kind of around the world. So what you're going to do is hands together here. You're going to rotate this top arm around here, and then bend your elbow down as far as you can, and then come back up and around. So you're going to rotate around, bend this elbow down, and making sure your head is moving as well. So kind of follow with your arm. And you want to keep this top knee on the ground. If it lifts up a little bit, that's okay. But really just rotate this arm around as far as you can. This is really working on that thoracic mobility, that upper back mobility, mid back mobility. This one is good for shoulder mobility as well. So you want to do 10 or 15 times, and then you'll go ahead and switch to the other side and do the same thing. So top knee on the floor here, and then you're going to rotate around and bring this elbow down, and then come back. Just really working on that rotation, getting some more movement in the upper back, getting some shoulder movement as well. So 10 or 15 times on each side. And then we're going to go into the next one. So what you're going to do here is kneel and place your elbows on the floor and then hands behind your head. So from this position, we're going to take one elbow and lift up towards the ceiling, and then come back down. And then you'll take the other elbow, lift up towards the ceiling, come back down. Just nice and slow, rotate back and forth here, just as far as you can, really getting some rotation in the upper and mid back. So you want to get that elbow as close to the ceiling as you possibly can. And this one, again, you want to do about 10 or 15 on each side. Just really working slow, trying to get that elbow up as high as you can comfortably. All right, for the next one, so those three primarily work on getting that extension, getting some rotation in the upper and mid back, working on mobility. Now we're going to work on a little bit of strength. So we're going to grab a long TheraBand like this. So any long resistance band will work. And we're going to do 3 exercises with this. So the first one is a banded chin tuck. So for a chin tuck, I'll show you before I use without the band. So what you're going to do is try to make a double chin. So you can start by placing a finger on your chin if you want to. You want to keep your head straight, so eyes straight ahead, and then pull your chin back towards the back of your head, and then relax. So exaggerated, you're going to kind of pull back, hold for a couple seconds, and then relax. Really keeping your head straight, just trying to kind of make a double chin there. So that's working on the deep neck flexors. So what we're going to do is place this band behind our head. You're going to hold it out in front of you so you have some resistance here. And then we're going to do a chin tuck against it. So pulling that head back and then relaxing. So pull back against the band and relax. You want to keep your hands still so you don't want them to be moving. So hold your hands in one spot, chin tuck back, and relax. Just pause and hold for 2 to 3 seconds. And relax, pull back, relax, pull back, relax. You want to do 10 or 15 of these. And if you find it too difficult with the band at first, that's okay. You can do it without the band. You can just do the regular chin tucks and then work your way up to the band. Okay, for the next one, we're going to grab the band with both hands about shoulder width apart, and you're going to kind of pull apart and then pull up and down behind your head. And then back. You don't have to go all the way back down. You can keep your arms up, but pull it back and down and pull across and down. And this is really working on those kind of the back of your shoulder, upper back muscles, kind of working on getting you into a better posture and more extension in that upper back. So you want to do this one, you can do 2 to 3 sets of 10. Just see how it feels. You know, if you do 2 sets of 10 and you're really struggling to do more, then obviously take a break. You can try another set of 10 or just work your way up to it later. Okay, for the last exercise, we're going to take this band, place it around our feet, hold on to it with both hands, and what you're going to do is what's called a face pull. So basically, you're just pulling back towards your face here. And this is, you'll feel it in your upper back. You're really using those shoulder muscles, those upper back muscles to pull this band up towards your face. Make sure it's secure around your feet too. You don't want this to come snap you in the face. But pull up here. And you're really working on those upper back and mid back muscles and shoulder muscles as well. So this one you can do 2 to 3 sets of 10. Just pulling up nice and slow, and then slow on the way back down. You want to make sure it doesn't pull you back. We're just going to pull like this. And 2 to 3 sets of 10. So you can work on all 6 of those exercises to really work on your upper back mobility and strength, and that'll help kind of decrease that appearance of that neck hump, but also just improve your posture, improve your mobility and strength, and prevent neck and upper back and shoulder injuries in the future.